Tonight is a big match for Tottenham Hotspur as they visit Manchester and the main stadium that everyone wants to visit, Old Trafford. A place where they hope that they'll be able to buck the recent trends that we have had against this side and actually win a game that our performers deserves. 3,000 of our fans have made the trip up to Manchester to see Spurs try and get the 3 points, which will put the pressure on both Arsenal and Manchester City at the top of the Premier League. Can we do it? We shall find out. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Matchday Supplement. It's Crisandro, of course, and this is the big one. It is the big one. It's well, I know it's not for every game, but this is actually kind of a very big match. It's Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs currently, well, they can say that they're joint second. We are level on points at the moment with Manchester City after their defeat to Liverpool over the weekend, and of course we're still 4 points behind Arsenal, who just about beat Leeds United in their match. So this is going to be an intriguing one. Well, because a victory here, and I know we played a game more than City and Arsenal, a victory here will see us go within 1 point of Arsenal. Their game against City was postponed because they're playing in Europe tomorrow after their game was postponed a couple of weeks back. So we have to take advantage. And although we haven't got the best of records at the moment at Manchester United, although it was a point where we, under Pochettino, where we had a very good record. I think we won there, and we drew there. And there was a point where we had 2 successful wins there. But at the moment, we have a kind of a wretched record against them. 3 straight defeats since that 6-1 defeat, or 6-1 win at Old Trafford. So it's been kind of a roller coaster, really. I mean, last season's games, apart from the match at home, the one away, we should have really battered them, but we just couldn't really get the hang of them, really. But we are hoping that the team that we have today, coming you Spurs, yes, indeed, we're hoping that the team today will do the business. And I guess it's time to go and see the team news, really, because at the moment there's other games going on. Before we take you into those team news, there are other games going on at the moment in the big South Coast derby, which is kind of a little bit local to me, but not as local as Bournemouth 0, Southampton 1, which is quite a good. Well, it looks like it's an interesting match. Shea Adams scoring there after 9 minutes. And the other games going on: Brentford Chelsea, the big West London derby, Liverpool West Ham, Newcastle Everton, all 0-0 at the moment. Our game kicks off at 8:15, so this is going to be an intriguing lineup, one might say. So we shall have a look at what the team's going to be like. But we've actually sold out our allocation. 3,000 will be making the trip up there. So let us have a look at the team news. As if it comes up. Also having a few technical difficulties. Always technical difficulties, aren't we? Just need to get that one sorted. But it should be scrolling along the bottom for you in any moment now. And there we go. It looks like it's going to be a 3-5-2 formation. And that's what everyone's been calling out for. And looks like that's what everyone will be getting. So Lloris, of course, starts, our captain, our talisman, our main man at the back. And it's going to be a back line of the main back line of 3 players. So Doherty will be our right wing back, obviously because of the suspension of Emerson, his red card against Arsenal costing him quite dearly. So Doherty will continue to deputise. He played very well in the weekend's game at Everton. Played very well against Everton, I should say, not at Everton. And yeah, so he keeps his place. Spence is on the bench, as you can see. A lot of talk about him getting started, but as we all know, he's being eased in, he's being trained, and so in the Conte way of thinking, and it looks like Liverpool have just scored. They've just taken the lead against West Ham. Looks like they're finding their feet again, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, it looks like Spence is going to be on the bench. So Doherty will start. Romero, Dyer, and Davies playing. David was He played very well against Everton as well. And this is the midfield, as you can see, of Rodrigo Bentancur Bissouma was going to start there. And it'll be interesting to see, because in the group I talked about thinking that we should play the 3-4-3, because the way the Manchester United will be setting up will be 4-2-3-1, and I just kind of had a feeling that their defensive too, they just having a lot of issues at the moment. So with our kind of fluidity in the middle, especially with Højbjerg bombing forward, especially with Bentancur bombing forward, interchanging between the two, that could cause them a few issues. But it looks like we're going to go for the 3-5-2. So Bissouma will be there. He'll be doing the box-to-box kind of role, really, neither defending, neither attacking. So it should be an interesting kind of move to see how he does. And Perisic will be on the left-hand side, of course, and then up front will be Son and Kane. Richarlison, it looks like the injury that he suffered against Everton is not going to be as bad as one may feel. It's going to be out for a couple of weeks, so it will be a shame. But hopefully he'll get the time to recover and come back stronger. But yeah, he's fighting fit to get to play in the World Cup, so we shall see how that turns out. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how this features against Manchester United. So that is going to be the team news, as you can see there. So let me know what you think. Is it going to be? I mean, our record at Manchester United at the best of times is not the US. We've got a decent enough recent record. The last 10 games, I would say. I think we've won a couple of games there. So it's been all right. Well, it's not been that good, but it could be done a lot worse. There's been times where we've just gone up there and just gotten absolutely beaten. So we're fairly confident going into this one and seeing how we actually do. So let me know what you think. It's going to be a game where we're going to get what we're hoping, really, and that's the 3 points. We have to get the 3 points to keep the pressure on Arsenal, who are 4 points clear of us at the moment, and Manchester City, who are just 10 goals ahead of us. So there's not much in it at all. Not much in it one bit. It's going to be intriguing. Well, I'm just going to have a look at the other games going on. As we said, Liverpool have just taken the lead against West Ham, and it looks like they're playing okay. Southampton currently leading 1-0 against Bournemouth. Chelsea, who are, I think, 7 points behind us. Are they? No, they're 4 points behind us, I think. They are currently 0-0 with Brentford. So at the moment, hopefully that result stays the way it is. Not that I'm looking behind me, but just I can't stand Chelsea, as you know. So a victory here, and we will go clear in second spot. Although we would have played a game more, but with such a confidence booster, and hopefully, as I keep saying, especially in the group, hopefully that will put the pressure on Arsenal, put the pressure on the likes of Manchester City, especially after their defeat against Liverpool. It was kind of telling, that, especially the way they lost. Although they did have the ball in the net, which you may remember, but that was called off for, I think it was a foul or offside, I can't remember. So they are, and I've been saying in the group as well, they can be got at. It's just a question of how you stop their forward line from feeding Haaland and stopping them from scoring. But their defence, their midfield can be got at, same way that Manchester United can be got at, and we know all about that. I mean, their start was a bit ignominious, wasn't it? It included a 4-0 defeat to Brentford. They may have rallied since then, but they haven't. But they are not a side who you could say have that kind of confidence where you think that they'll just they'll be able to withstand a team that can play around them and create enough opportunities against them. And I think that's what will happen. We will create the opportunities against them. It's just a case of us taking them. So let's see if I can find Manchester United's team lineup, because it's going to be intriguing to see who they're going to have. I know they had a few injuries going into this game. There were a lot of Manchester United fans really moaning about that. So we shall have a look, see what they've got. As you can tell, this is live because I'm doing it all here at the moment. So there's been a few. I know Manchester United have been in the news, but for a certain player, all for the wrong reasons. I'm not going to go into that because I just don't need to mention it. But here's the team news for Manchester United. Let's see what you think. They have De Gea in goal, of course. Martinez, their defender from Ajax. A lot has been written about him before he even started. Many people talking about his height and whatnot. I think I kind of fell into the same trap as well. Excuse me. Brentford are having a good opportunity here, and that's been cleared. Yeah, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes is the midfield. I guess I don't know what they've kind of done the lineup in a very weird way. Fernandes is obviously their midfielder, stroke attacker. Rashford, Fred, Casemiro will be their midfield two, their defensive midfield. It looks like they are playing a 4-2-3-1. I thought they would do. Rafael Varane will be the partner to Martinez in defence. Diego Dalot, their wing back, their full back alongside Shaw. He's going to be on the left hand side, and Anthony will be up front, and he's going to be fed by Sancho, which is interesting. Yeah, Anthony is going to be their main striker. Looks like Ronaldo is going to be on the bench, so that's going to be intriguing today. Put a lot of stock into Anthony, their Brazilian forward. It would have been good to see the battle of the Brazilians if Richarlison was fit, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. Kickoff is in 15 minutes, of course, but so it's going to be 4-2-3-1, and they're going to have the likes of Rashford. I think Rashford's probably going to be one of the three behind. I presume Anthony's going to be playing up front. There's been a while since I've seen Rashford play up front, but I know those two are interchangeable, so you never know. Rashford could be up front with Anthony in one of the three behind the back, behind them. Sorry. So it's kind of as I thought. So it will be a 4-2-3-1. So we're going to be playing a 3-5-2. So that midfield is going to be congested. It's just going to be a quagmire back there by the feel of it, and so that is going to be well, maybe for the neutrals, it's not going to be an interesting game, but for the likes of me, who I enjoy these kind of battles, these kind of like tactical battles, intriguing to see how it all kind of unfolds. And so we shall see how that turns out. But it looks like it's going to be like a midfield quagmire. So we shall see how it all kind of unfolds. That is a team lineup again there if you need revenge. And we've just seen a goal has gone in at St James's Park. Newcastle have taken the lead. So that is Newcastle taking the lead against Everton. Everton not having the best of times. I mean, they did go. There was a 5-game run where they were unbeaten. Then they lost at home to Manchester United, lost against us, and so now they are losing away to Newcastle. So it is going to be, despite that good start, they're now feeling the pressure by the looks of it. Who scored the Newcastle goal? It's Miguel Almiron. He's from Paraguay, isn't he? Lovely finish over the keeper there, over Pickford. I think they signed him from Atlanta in the United States. I quite like him. He's a good little player. But back to us, and so that's our team lineup there. The substitutes bench, if you need that. Forster, our goalkeeper. Spence, Tanganga is there as well. Excuse me now. I don't think he's actually had any minutes as yet in the Premier League. It'll be good to see him get some time on the pitch. But He's still learning the way, just like Spence is. Sanchez, he usually comes on to shore up the defense when we're leading. So Murito and Ganga will not be there as such. Another defender, Longley, is there. Sessegnon, who has been playing okay. He's been playing all right as far as I'm concerned. I know there've been a few grumbles from certain Spurs fans, but I haven't had any issues with him. I thought he's actually been doing okay. He's been growing as the games have come along. So yeah, he's doing okay. Then you got Skip, who seems to be getting bit parts here from coming back from injury, and Brian Hill and Lucas make up the substitutes bench. So just 12 minutes before kickoff. And let me see. How am I feeling? How am I feeling? I'm feeling all right, actually. I mean, I know I said something similar when before we played the Arsenal game. I even laid out. Oh, Newcastle almost had another opportunity. There's Guimaraes there. We almost had the chance there. Newcastle flying at the moment. What was I saying? No, it's not Guimaraes. I'm not quite sure who that is. It doesn't matter. Um, I know I said the same thing against just before I started playing Arsenal, but I did lay out exactly how I thought we would play, and we played that way, and Arsenal played the way I said that they would. So it's all a case of how I think United will play, and I know that they have been issued, they have been creating opportunities, but they haven't been really been taking them. But it's all about kind of like blocking them from uh, you know just before they get to the penalty area. They have created opportunities, but they haven't been clear cut ones, and that's where the issue has lain. I mean, you might have seen their game against Ammonia Nicosia in the Europa League, where they had numerous shots. I think 34 shots in the end, but I don't think I don't think most of those hit the targets. Or if they did, they came up against a very good goalkeeper, and that's probably what you need. I mean, Ammonia's defense is not nothing to write home about, so it's easy to see how they could create those opportunities. But at the same time, it wasn't they weren't the best kind of opportunities. And when they did kind of get hold of a decent opportunity, their keeper, when you can see his keeper, kind of stopped them. It is so it is a case of trying to you know trying to well stop their chances at source. And I think that's probably why he's got the extra man in the middle, really, just to try and make it a midfield quagmire because their creativity will come from the three players immediately behind either Anthony or Rashford. So that's where it will come. Bruno Fernandes is a guy that you have to try and stop. Although he's not having the best of the season at the moment, he is always a danger. He's always someone that you have to look out for as well. So it will be intriguing. It will definitely be intriguing. So we shall see how it all unfolds, really. But the way I see it, we will create chances against this Manchester United defence. That is of no doubt. We will create chances against the Manchester United defence. It's just up to us and up to the players to take it. And with Kane on fire at the moment, I mean, 9 goals in 10 games, it's pretty much unheard of at this stage of the season. I think there's only been one other occasion where he got close to that, where he's had, I think, 6 or 7 goals after the 10-game mark, but usually he doesn't get going in August and September, has he? And sometimes he's even injured at his point as well. So it is a case of trying to. It's a case of at least working them and actually getting the opportunity. When you do get the opportunities, taking advantage of them. Sonny had he scored a great goal in that volley chance against Eintracht Frankfurt. Um, he is coming into form. He's playing his way into it, and he's doing okay. I know that his amount of goals and his amount of assists is currently down from where it was at this stage last season, but uh, he's coming into his own. Really, he's coming into his own. He's doing very well. At the moment, also there's going to be a free kick chance to Bournemouth. Interesting opportunity. I'll let you know there's another goal from that point, but you know, in our case, it is going to be an intriguing match because a win here or a win at Old Trafford, where 3,000 of our fans have made it up, so it's going to be a good turnout. It's going to be a good deal of noise. It's going to be a lot of noise, and they'll want to see a victory. Um, I don't think many Spurs fans go to Old Trafford now fearing the worst, as the free kick goes over there from Bournemouth. Not many Spurs fans go there fearing the worst. It's just a case of unfortunate circumstances now where we come away from that venue with defeats. But we usually go there confident. We usually go there. Well, some of us go there. Well, most of us go there hoping for a win. Most and the rest of us go there expecting a victory. And I'm the one. And I'm the latter. I expect us to win this one. I expect us to score a couple of goals in this one. But as Ronaldo is on the bench, I guess they're just saving him up for uh, an opportunity. Really, bring him on midway through the second half. Oh, and sorry, just they're just showing highlights of Brentford Chelsea there, and Brentford almost scoring a fantastic. It looks like a lot of play. I mean, it just goes to show that Chelsea do get up for the games against us. They really do, because I've seen teams take advantage of them so badly, and yet when they play against us, they're so damn stoic. They're so damn hard to get through. But I know we scored a couple of goals against them. This is the game plan working to the treat, really. But um, but yeah, but back to tonight's game. I do expect us to win this one, and I do expect us to score a couple of goals in this one. I do expect us to get 3 points here, but it's it literally is down to us taking our chances and actually doing, actually shutting them down. Because it's all very well and good, all that forward play, but we have to be clever at the back. We can't just be all gung ho. It can't just be all forward passes. This and I know a lot of Spurs fans seem to be shouting that at games now, but and I guess they're never going to get used to the way Conte plays. His idea is all about maintaining possession and seeking out the opportunities. Tarring the opposition, making them work for it, and then finding those little holes and then exploiting that. It's never going to be a case of get the ball, head down, run forward. It's never going to do that, and he never will do. Well, I mean, those days are long gone. And did we win anything with that kind of football? You just have to look at the trophy haul in the last 2008. So 14 years. 14 years. We've seen lots of beautiful, beautiful football and bugger all to show for it. So, you know, that's the way Conte is going to play. And it's going to be a case of holding on to possession, seeking the right chance the right opportunities, making sure that making sure the players are switched on in order to exploit those opportunities. And that's what he's going to do. So I know there'll be a lot of fans there shouting forward. I know there'll be a lot of fans there getting disgruntled if we don't immediately run forward and you know go and run into a brick wall. I know that's going to be the case. I know that will be the case. But I'm just happy to see that the Spurs players are intent on just maintaining that style, maintaining that what they've been drilled to do, and yeah, and then just moving forward with it. So it is. That's how we're going to be doing it. Oh, I've just seen that Liverpool just crack the post there, and Nunez cracked the post, and then he blasted wide from a good opportunity. So looks like Liverpool are getting back to how they used to be, which is a shame. We just have to keep ahead of them, really. Okay, so 4 minutes till kickoff. This is going to be This is going to be a good game. This will be a good game. You have to let me know how you're feeling and what you're thinking. Are you optimistic? Are you looking forward to this? Do you expect us to come away from Old Trafford with a win? Are you are you looking forward to the game? Which is probably the more pertinent question, really. I have to say I am up for it. I am up for it. They're currently in the tunnel. They're currently in the tunnel and just awaiting the queue to come out. So let's have a look. And here they come. Right. So they come out there, Harry Kane. Looks like they're wearing the away strip, which is kind of strange, really, because I'm pretty sure that white shirt doesn't clash with red. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Ericsson and Conte getting hugs there, which is interesting. I know I know the press have been talking a lot about the idea of Ericsson coming to Spurs and whether he'll be interested in bringing him back to Spurs. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. But yeah, now it looks like we are playing in our change shirt of purple. So yeah, that's going to be what we're going to be playing in. Is interesting. I think the last time we played in a different shirt other than whites, I can't remember. Ooh, in Old Trafford. Can't quite remember. They're showing the team news now, and yeah, Casemiro and Frej, the two holding midfielders, one would say, in the middle there for Manchester United. Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho will be the three behind, and also Marcus Rashford is going to be the player who will be up front. Will be the lone striker. Varane, Martinez in central defence alongside Dalot, who's going to be on the right back, and Luke Shaw's going to be on the left back. And David De Gea, who after a shaky start the season, actually could say is improving a bit. He's had what, two straight clean sheets now, isn't it? So yeah, it'll be intriguing. Spurs in their away shirt of purple will have, of course, Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer, Davies at the back, and then a midfield of Doherty, Rodri, Bissouma, Højbjerg, Perisic, along the former and the latter names there will be the wing backs, and Harry Kane and Heung-min Son up front. So that is our lineup. Let me know what you're thinking. Is it going to be a good win for us? Are you fearing the worst here? I mean, Manchester United are not the Manchester United of old, so I keep saying the same thing. There's literally nothing to fear from them. Nothing to fear. Is just except for fear itself. And if you go into this game worried, I'm talking about from the player's point of view, go to the game worried, then and you're beaten before you even get onto the pitch. And I'm kind of hoping that the Spurs faithful there really bring the noise and really set Old Trafford alight, really sing those songs and really get everything going, because it is going to be imperative. It's going to be imperative that we do our bit there for the team, and so that the team do their bit for us. It's almost going to be kickoff soon here, and looks like Manchester United will be the team kicking off. I still don't get it. I mean, we are literally going to be we're literally going to be in we're in the blue, of course, and I mentioned earlier in the red. There's really nothing to no clash, but it is what it is. We're almost ready for kickoff. Looks like Spurs are going to kick off. I think we're going to take the knee before the starts. Are we? No, we're not. Okay, kickoff at Old Trafford. Game starts. It's Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur, and of course Spurs in the change shirt of purple and black, well, dark blue and black, kicking the goal to our left. Manchester United in their famous red shirts, white shorts, and black socks, or stockings, which you prefer, attacking the goal to our right. Luke Shaw currently with the ball, playing it up there, and the surprise referee hasn't given that as a foul, because they usually do. Sancho there getting dealt with by Romero. That's going to be intriguing. Sancho, the real speed machine there, down Manchester United's left-hand side, and against robust defender Romero, he's going to have to be at his cleverest, really, to ensure that he doesn't get completely and totally boxed by him. Although Sancho has not had the best of season so far, but you know that you know players just seem to turn it on against us as soon as we come out. That just seems to be the way. I'm not going to subscribe to the whole Dr. Tottenham theory, but that is how it kind of that is how it turns out. We managed to get the ball back, and so here's Son. running through. Good play, and now just to calm the ball down a bit. And you can hear the Spurs fans there singing. It's good. No, it wasn't a good ball there. Trying to find Perishitz out on the left, but didn't quite find them. Manchester United retrieved the ball. But yeah, it's good to hear the Spurs fans going at it. Manchester United, oh, that's clever. And this is Basuma and Højbjerg inside for Kane. Lovely long ball out there to Doherty, who's been doing very well when he's decided. It is Rodri. Good ball inside, but that's cleared away. Oh, and they've just given it away back to Rodri. Here's Son. Son's touch. But they're giving it back again to us. Here's Romero to calm things down, passing it back there to Dyer. But yeah, nice little start there. Out here to Davies. Good play there. But yeah, I think Spurs looking to try and dominate possession. I remember there was a game actually a few years back. You may remember Jermaine Genius there scoring with a free kick to level it up to make it 1-1. But that game there, we absolutely rinsed them when it came to possession. I think we had around about 60% of the ball, which was kind of unheard of at Old Trafford. And I think that's what we're looking to do again here. But at the moment, we've just got Fox there. Oh, that's just stupid. That was just stupid there by Dyer. And they've given it away. And this is Dalot. Sorry, Anthony there with an attempt. But that was poor. Ball's cleared out. Okay. Oh, here we go. And hoof clear. Then that was Dalot there trying a shot, which was kind of just gone high and wide. The ball's on the ground there. I'm not quite sure how you got that much lift on it. But you can say that was the first opportunity, but keeper wasn't tested. Oh, that's good play there in the end. Kane challenged, but that's good skill there. Højbjerg. He's a man of skill at the moment, very, very underrated. I mean, as I said at the top, I was saying in front of a guy whose son actually is a manager of Manchester City women, which would be intriguing because we're going to be playing Manchester City over the weekend, the women's team, which I'll be there for that one. And he does not rate Højbjerg at all. That's a lovely player. Here's Rodri. Having a shot! Oh, he almost had another opportunity there. Almost had an opportunity there, Rodri. But we just played our way through them. That's what I said we were going to do at the start. Didn't we? You had to just kind of play it. I thought, but although I thought it was going to be a midfield quagmire, but those kind of runners there, that's what the extra man, I guess, or the extra man of Basuma gives you, that ability for the players to run onto things. Good player. We're actually hustling them quite well. But Manchester United's last few games almost seem to have 0-0 written all over them. I mean, they had that. That's offside, isn't it? And Romero got lucky there. He just went straight through the back of him. But it was given as offside, so that's fine. All right. This should be interesting now. So it's a free kick to us because of the offside. No, I'm liking the calmness. I mean, this is kind of like how you see Chelsea play. That was Lloris there, but there's all Perisic could do with that one, really. But this is kind of how you see Chelsea on the Conte play, just really calm, even in possession in at the back, just really calm. You can tell that they can play the way out of it. I mean, many people say we haven't got the players for it. If you think about it, we've got Romero, who's a great ball player. We've got Dyer, who knows how to. He's a great ball player. Oh, they're not really giving us opportunities. They're trying to play from the back. Oh, that's cleverly done there by Fernandes. Oh, and an attempt there. Oh, Lloris there. That was poor. That was poor, Lloris. I mean, the initial attempt there, we just got Varane there trying to play it through as a dummy by Fernandes, who or to Fred. He then plays the ball in, try to play the ball in, and Lloris, well, no, sorry, Romero there makes a challenge. Anthony tries to chip the keeper, was worthily poor. All Lloris had to do was just pick the ball up, and they fumbled it really badly and went out for a corner. And here's a chance, and Lloris has saved it now. But that's all of it. I know people are not just going to get upset with me if I say that, but that was all of Lloris is doing this passage of play now, because if he just caught the ball from Anthony, none of this would be happening. But there you go, the long range shot, because they can't get close to us, which is what I expect us to, to be doing. But Fernandez with a corner, Fernandez, I should say, with the corner. The ball is looped over Varane's head, onto Casemiro's head, and over. So, right, first couple of opportunities to fall in by the way of Manchester United, and they're showing Ronaldo on the bench. It doesn't look the best. Doesn't look best pleased. Given away there, and Manchester United have the ball again, and that is stopped by Bissouma. Good block there. Back to Fredge. Casemiro, and all the way back to Martinez. Well, in the last time we played at Old Trafford, it was a bit of an eye opener. You might have seen the vlog for that one. We lost that one 3-2, but we had enough opportunities to actually win that game, and one may say we should have won that game, or the very least got a draw. But Manchester United just had, I felt like they just had like 3 opportunities, all of them forward to Ronaldo, and he scored each and every one of them. Oh, that's a good dummy there by Sonny. And this is Højbjerg. That's a good ball out there to Perisic, who's going to occupy Dalot here. Good play. You could say that was a good cross, but there was nobody in the middle there. So it's come out again. It's Højbjerg. Out to Davies, who's going to pass it back to Højbjerg. He does. Good skill, Højbjerg, and this is Bissouma. There's Rodri. Good play, Rodri. Okay, tackle there. Oh, Davies there, unlucky. And that was Sancho there. Out to Dalot. And Fernandes. Trying to switch it, and he does to Shaw. Back to Shaw there from Sancho. And back again. But yeah, so we have sometimes we just played unlucky at Old Trafford. I mean, you can forget that goal that never was from Pedro Mendes. Pedro Mendes, that would have been a winner as well, because that was late on in the game, and still not quite sure how the linesman, even from the angle that he was running at, could not have seen it. But Manchester United coming in are now on the attack again here. The onus is on them really to attack, and this is an attempt by Anthony, and he hits the post. He hits the post. So yeah, although we started okay, Manchester United are the ones with the opportunities, and another shot from distance, and yeah, hitting the woodwork. Now we're playing it short again. Oh, Bissouma got lucky there, and he was dragged back by Fredge. But I don't think it wasn't by design. That little dummy there, he just didn't quite track the ball. Okay, Perisic. Play inside. That's Kane. Good play, and he played it behind, and that's a throw to Spurs. And Anthony being an idiot there, just he had the ball and he just left it on the pitch like a twat, just so we couldn't take the throw in. That'll be to Højbjerg, I think, this throw. No, it's not. It's to. Oh, it does get to Højbjerg eventually. Oh, okay. Davies there trying to use the strength. Was it out? I guess not. Okay. And again, Manchester United come away with it, but we get the ball back. Good play. Here's Bissouma. getting it back to Lloris. So yeah, no, I haven't had the best of the best memories of Old Trafford. I was there for the victory, where I think that Tim Sherwood was facing off against David Moyes, and of course we won 2-1. Another game, of course, we were there for, I think, for Pochettino was a manager. We won 3-0. Lucas Moura scoring twice. So yeah, I mean, so in my lifetime, I haven't seen that many victories at Old Trafford. And that's a silly pass there by Kane, but got out of it. Here's Doherty. Good skill. Oh, good play. Oh, not enough strength there. Oh, here we go. And here's Kane. And he swings out there to Perisic, who's got the acres of room here on the left. He's got the better of Dalot, has he? No, he overruns it. He overruns it, man. Oh, well. Okay, well, 12 and a bit minutes gone so far at Old Trafford, and it's still 0-0 the scoreline. So at the moment, doing what we need to do, though we haven't worked the keepers yet. To be fair, they've worked us on a couple of occasions. One that shouldn't really need to have been, and one which was a very good save in the end. It was a dipping shot from distance. Basuma there, good play. Oh, lovely play. This is Davies. Good turn of Sonny out at the Kane, who spreads it to Doherty out here on the right. And his cross is he just lamped that straight into Shaw's right in the back of his head, and he's been kind of knocked out a little bit. But that was one hell of a. That wasn't the back of his head; it was right on the side of his head. He would have felt that. Jeez. Manchester United fans singing, and I fancy some popcorn. Magic. We do everything on this channel. So throw to Tottenham. This is Rodri. Good strength. And should be up for another throw. So, just checking on the other scores as things go on. And here is Basuma. There's Davis. I think he wanted to size one up there. Fabian. Back to Dyer. And out to Romero. The dink attempts to Kane. That's a lovely play by Kane. Good trapping. Here he goes out to Doherty in the end. Back to Doherty from Rodri, and good play there by Romero, Basuma. Keeping it from Manchester United, which is the key there. Good play. Sonny. Perisic now. Oh, that's a good ball there. This is Davies. Crosses it in. The header by Rodri. There's somebody there blocking the way. Now Manchester United have possession. And De Gea to clear, which he does. Okay. So while they're looking to take the throw in, we're going to have a look at the other scores, which should be intriguing. So other scores from today. At the moment, as you see, that is, well, actually, you can't see, sorry. Bournemouth 0, Southampton 1 as a halftime score. These are all half times, by the way. Brentford 0, Chelsea 0. Liverpool 1, West Ham 0. As I mentioned, that on the retrieved the ball there. Newcastle United 1, Everton 0. They'll be kicking off the second half. Next couple of minutes in these games, and also Spurs currently 0-0 with Manchester United. The ball comes in from Dalot and comes back to him. This is Rafael Varane. mean, one could say that defensively, Manchester United have improved since they dropped Harry Maguire, England's stalwart defender, and you actually kind of wonder that if he's not playing for Manchester United, how's he going to play for England at the World Cup? But you know he's going to start for England at the World Cup because apart from one or two aberrations, he hasn't really let down Gareth Southgate. So that'll be an intriguing one, and we'll just see how that kind of unfolds. But ball's inside there, but this is Luke Shaw back there, and is over here to Bruno Fernandes. It's for Anthony. Sorry, this is Fernandes. Anthony back to Varane, French central defender, and this is Sancho trying to get one-on-one, and he's going to cut. There you go, and that's cleared. I was going to come back to Manchester United. Luke Shaw with a cross to no one in particular, and it's just back by Perisic. So nothing to worry about too much. I mean, thing is, yeah, when Manchester United have the ball, I don't feel too worried about them, especially when it comes to them trying to break us down. Is literally the shots from distance, because I'm kind of thinking, especially after that fumble by Lloris, I'm kind of wondering what is going to happen. Good skill there by Romero. Good dink ball. And that's out to Davies, making the room for him. We've got plenty of space there down this left-hand side there for Davies. He carries the ball over the halfway line, passes it back inside there to Kane, who is in the midfield. And that's a lovely ball out there to Doherty. Oh, good skill by Doherty. Cross it. Oh, he wanted to cross it, and then there was a cross-come shot, but there was nobody there challenging. Nobody there challenging. We had an opportunity there, man. But yeah, it's coming up to almost 19 minutes. But that was good skill there by Doherty to get past. I don't know who the defender was there, but he got past him, just nutmegging him. And then he tried to. It looked like he was trying to cross it in with his left foot, but there was nobody there, because I don't know if he was trying to curl it in. I don't know how good he is on his left foot, but it wasn't too far away. But yeah, still to work the keeper yet, and we're coming to 19 minutes of the game. And that's a dink ball. That's a Rashford. Well held up there by Davies. Just need to push everyone back now. And shot charge down from Fernandes. Good play. Okay, so we're pushing them back, which is good. And we're forcing them on the way back, and Varane passes it back to De Gea. So yeah, good shepherding there by Spurs. It's well played. Okay, that's good play. Oh, I got a foul. Shut up, referee, man. That wasn't a foul as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he just had more strength. Okay, Fraser as a ball. That's a simple ball. Good save. That should not. It should have been cut out. How they let that ball through? Fraser there with a pass, and Rashford just that ball there. That pass evaded 1, 2, 3, 4 Spurs players, and Rashford there with a shot on target. It was well saved in the end by Lloris. It was way too close to Lloris, so he had to deal with it. But that was poor, man. That was poor. That was a simple pass, and that just went straight through everybody. Okay, so from the corner, and Romero there completely takes out Fred. It's the robustness that you come to expect from Romero. Still down. Must have really felt that. But still, dumb place to give away a free kick, and there's a free kick chance now to Manchester United. and they've got no shortage of free kick experts, and Luke Shaw. So we shall see. Okay, looks like we got a comment there, James C. Jung. Sonny, you are mistaken for trusting the lip service of the Italian coach. The Italian coach. It's not too late now. You have to leave Tottenham and then your game will recover. Don't believe in the Italian coach. Do you think Son's game is suffering under Conte? I don't see how. I mean, it's a free kick chance. Good save by Lloris. It's gonna be one of those games, isn't it? This chance is Sonny's not suffering. I mean, last season he was what, top scorer? Not top scorer, sorry, but he had a high number of assists and goals for us. And today and this season, it's not as high at this stage of the season than it was last season. But you can't really say he's suffering. Oh, that's his bill and deflected. But no, I don't buy that one at all. I mean, for that to be the case, you have to say that he's been suffering throughout his time with Conte, and he hasn't. So if you are suggesting that just because he had a slow start to the season that he's suffering under Conte, then you're way off the mark on that one. He actually included his entire career under Conte. Corner comes in from Fernandes, and that was cleared. It kind of, the thing is, I don't really feel that worried. I know they've had a number of opportunities, but they've all been from distance, and we should be able to see that out. So they haven't had the opportunity, apart from that one chance there from Rashford, where we just went to sleep. That's probably where the danger lies. We're see now they're trying to play into the intricate stuff around our box. You just have to be alive to it. Okay, Anthony there sidestepping. Wally comes in there from Shaw. And it's saved by Lloris. It's going to be a interesting next few minutes, really. Interesting next few minutes. But at the moment, you can see he's still not worried. No sweat patches or anything like that. Because I know what I'm expecting. This is Manchester United after all. Oh, no one's closed down Fredge in here at all in that one. But the shot was charged down, so inside here. He was following up with the back post, nobody, and that's going to be a goal kick. Doing our best here to try and, I guess the idea is to try and stifle them, but don't get to the point where they're almost on top of us. There, Anthony, they're having out that opportunity. So goal kick chance for Spurs. Okay, just looking at the other games there, they're all 10 minutes into the second half. And the scores are still as they were. So no change there. The table will look, I mean, yeah, we'll still go second, but you want to actually get that gap in there, don't you? You want to actually have that gap. Because we will have to play an extra game in Manchester City. So we want to have that 3-point gap. And then we want to get closer to Arsenal. We want to actually be at the opportunity, be at a point there where we have to take advantage of any mistake that they make, where they completely fall apart. That was just kind of, here we go, and over again. Another shot again from distance, but that was a little closer than I'd like it to be. And then again, it goes over. So those are having their best time at the moment. Manchester United. So it's something that you don't really want or need to see. But it is what it is. But hopefully, we just weather the storm make them run out of ideas. Oh, that's a heavy, good control there by Doherty. That wasn't out. Why are they complaining? It wasn't even nowhere near out. Basuma, lovely ball there. Oh, that's a foul. They're showing the possession stats for the last 5 minutes. As mentioned, I had 91% of the ball. So it shows you where this game's gone. But at the same time, I know Lloris's had a few saves to make, but saves that he should be comfortably making. So it's kind of similar to what happened against Ammonia Nicosia. One would say, although I'm not going to big my trumpet that much, but I always like to say that we're better than Ammonia Nicosia. But these are opportunities that you explore. Kane's lost the ball there. That was back in Manchester United's possession. A long ball that should be dealt with by Dyer, and it sort of is. Romero there helps him out. Good ball inside. Oh, that's a poor pass there, Dyer. Come on, man. Okay, they're trying to pick their way through, and so far they've been limited to long-range shots. And Casemiro there, with a shot that just goes wide. Lloris is rooted to the spot. I don't know if he had it covered or not, but still, all shots from distance, and that's what I said. We are okay with shots from distance. In fact, we're more than okay. But at some point, we have to get hold of the ball now because they're just having the run of it. But here we are now. That's a long chance. Oh, Sonny's slowed down there. That was put out there by De Gea. So I throw to Spurs. We should gain some yards. This is rugby. Perishit's there with the throwing chance. Passing it back there to Dyer. Okay, Doherty has a bit of space on the right side. Gets it back to Romero. Okay, Perishit's. I think he wanted the 1-2 from 1-2 there, but wasn't forthcoming. Perishit's pass it back. Bissouma back to Romero. This is good play by Spurs. Lovely possession. Oh, could have sent it down to Rodri, who was down on the right wing there. Has come back, and this is Davies. Perisic inside to Sonny. Good turn by Sonny, and he tried a little dink pass, but good tackle there by. Here's Davies. Oh, he tried a through pass there, but it wasn't on really. And Manchester United could counter, but they give him the ball away really badly. This is Basuma. Out there to Perisic here on the left, inside to Sonny. Okay, trying to calm things down by the looks of it in Manchester United's third. Davies back to Højbjerg, back to Dyer, and he's going to send it out to Romero. Doherty's to his right, where he tries to dig ball there to Kane. This header, I'm not quite sure where his header was going, what he was planning to do with the header, but let's just give him the ball back to Manchester United. Okay. That was a bit easy there for Dalot to just come inside there. And this is Shaw. Dink pass up to Sancho. And just ball to Fernandes. And he's given away. And this is Perisic now to launch a counter-attack. But does he have any help? He has players streaming ahead of him and he's turned it back. Now we just build from the back. But at the moment, there's 32 minutes, coming up to 32 minutes of the game, and it is currently Manchester United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Safe to say that in the last half an hour, well, the entire game at the moment. Oh, Kane with a nutmeg out there. I think we should have played it through to Bentancur, but didn't. Here's Perisic now out here. This is Højbjerg passing out there to Romero, who plays it inside to Son. Son, little side step, tries a long range shot, and that's gone over. But yeah, the game's been mostly Manchester United having a number of chances. I think they've had about 6 or 7 opportunities. 3 saves made by the keeper from on the top of my head, and I think there's a comment there. Yeah, says wasteful by Son. It was really. I mean, he could have played it out. He could have been a better shot. Really, he could have done all of that. But yeah, it was so much of a hurry. Didn't see the picture around him. Okay, Romero there, and that is a. There we go. That can't be a foul, ref, because they're both going for it. And he hasn't given. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. For a second there, because this is Old Trafford. You just know what's going to happen. Besides, Fernandes has his leg up. Romero there. Just so you could say it was a foul the other way, really, but I know it won't be seen like that. But it is what it is. Suddenly, the noise pipe picks up at Old Trafford. Who's that to? Just give him the ball back now. Here's Luke Shaw. Gets it back from Sancho. He was expecting the pass back, but wasn't forthcoming. Here's Fred. Out to Dalla, and this is Anthony. Casemiro. That was dodgy. That was very dodgy. But hopefully they're not looking at that one. But Doherty then clearing it. He tried to control the ball with his chest, and it bounced from his chest onto his arm. So you could say that he didn't move his arm towards the ball. So I guess that's why it should be okay. Okay, road to Spurs. Okay, so other scoreline check, other games going on, and there's no other goals. It's the same goals as before. Bournemouth 0, Southampton 1, Brentford 0, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1, West Ham 0, and Newcastle 0, Everton 0. Okay, so Anthony trying to take the Basuma on, and he's sort of beaten him, and that's no foul. The referee there has to clamp down on that. That was a poor dive there by Rashford. A really poor dive. I'm not quite sure how he's had to get a foul there. That's what nothing in it at all. Nothing in it. Given away again. Man, we are our own worst enemies at times. And this try to size up a shot there with Rashford there. Oh, that was just too easy. Good block there. Well done there by Davies. That's a foul there on Sonny. There should have been a foul on Sonny, but the referee says no. Oh my word. Oh, just there we go. Okay. Sonny now. Good play there by Rodri. Oh, somehow gets it over to Sonny. He's still got it. No, no strength. Oh, but Sonny there has it. Oh man, it's like we can't flip him battle. Oh my word, Anthony just skins Perry Shits there, and then gives the ball back to him. But they maintain possession. Okay, here's Fred, and that's wide. Again, it's another shot from distance. Got the skills there from Anthony, which is, I guess you could say, they're sublime. But we're limiting them to shots outside the D, which I guess is shows us good defending. Shows that we are tough to break down. But all it takes is just one decent shot to. Oh my word! We are our own worst enemy here. Here's Sancho, and this is Dalot, and that's right in his head. Right in Dyer's head there. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, while I'm checking on Dyer to make sure he's okay, we'll have a look at the other scores again. There's only 7 minutes to go before half time. I imagine there'll be a couple of minutes injury time now after that bit of ball to head kind of thing. And yeah, not much is happening tonight. Still the same scores: Bournemouth 0, Southampton 1, Brentford 0, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1, West Ham 0, Newcastle 1, Everton 0. And well, this game so far, I mean, we're slowly coming back into it. I mean, we started off okay, maintaining possession, but didn't do too much with it. And then Manchester United just kind of took over, had chance upon chance upon chance. There was that. It all started really. I think what gave them the impetus was that who had that shot? It was Anthony that had the shot from. It was a challenge by Romero where he got rid of the ball. Came out to Anthony. Lloris had come a few yards off his line. Anthony tried to chip um, Lloris, but got it all completely wrong. Ball just bounced and bounced, and somehow Lloris fumbled it. Luckily, the fumble went past the post and out for a corner. But that was the start of their kind of domination almost. At that point, dominating the game. Then they had another chance. I think it was Casemiro had a long range shot, which was dipping, saved by Lloris. Most of the other shots that they've had have been long range and they haven't really worked. Lloris as such, and then they had another opportunity which hit the post. So we can say that we've been on the caution a little bit, but we have been on the plus side. What we can say, apart from the opportunity from Rashford, which was a nice through ball, which I'm still not quite sure how it evaded lots and lots of Spurs players. I think about 3 or 4. It evaded lots of Spurs players, and then Rashford's shot was saved by Lloris. But apart from that, you can say that we are limiting Manchester United to long range shots, and that is a sign of decent defending. But it looks like we are pretty much just positioning ourselves to launch on the counter attack. And obviously, it's kind of this is just a case of letting them have as much of the balls they want, and then we just try and pop them off. But in order to do that, we're going to try and pop them off at some point. And our passing at times hasn't been the best. Okay, it's worked out here to okay, I was worked out to Luke Shaw, who's crossed and then just chested down by Perry Shits, and it's back in the hands of Lloris. Long range ball there, and that's an interesting header on. Was it headed on by Kane? Might have been Martinez. How does he get beaten in the air by Martinez? I mean, everyone talks about him being smart. My God, that's a nice pass, but and to Rashford. Here's Fred. This is Anthony. Back to Rashford, who plays back to Fred. Fernandes. Back to Fred. Oh no, you let it run to Anthony. So they can't play through us. Well, they are getting closer and closer. There we go. And the 3 attempt there by Fernandes. And he looks looking frustrated already, Fernandes. And that's, gone straight into the hands of Lloris. Oh, long ball there. Son managed to control it, sort of. Here's Kane. Back out there to Bissouma. Here's Rodri. Here's Doherty now. First foray into their third for a little while now. Back out to Højbjerg. Here's Davies. Just switching the ball from left to right. Basically just try and tire them out. Bissouma inside. Rodri. And again, a pass. Just a pass. We can't even do that straight. And that ball's out for a throw. Like I said, Conte doesn't look happy. I mean, he's there screaming the odds at the players, and have to say that hasn't been a good. Defensively, he's been very, very good. We're limiting them to long range shots. They've only really tested us from that distance twice. You can say, I mean, one save, and then one hit the post. I'm not counting the fumble because Lloris should have had that quite easily. It was a tame effort. It's meant to be a chip, but he got it all wrong. And for God's sake, got a possible straight. Sorry. Here's Luke Shaw for Manchester United. There's Fred, who's popped out on the inside left channel there. Casemiro tried a measured ball, but that didn't work at all. And here is Rodri making his way up there. Doherty out here. Back to Kane. Oh, Kane with a shot. Pass back. Oh, they tried it. There's not a head injury. The referee should know. And headed back. That wasn't a head injury, and De Gea is angry. De Gea is angry, but that was not a head injury. He's making out that the ball struck his head, but it didn't. Look at him, he's fine. Dalot. So we look at it again here. Doherty there plays the ball down to Kane. And he tries a shot, which is then saved by De Gea. He then tries to cross it back. Oh, okay, give him the benefit of the doubt there. It did kind of hit Dalot right in the throat. But just the way he went down, I kind of thought he was playing for it. So my apologies, Dalot. That's Diego Dalot. But yeah, he did get the ball in the throat. So there'll be 2 minutes of injury time. And yeah, it's going to be intriguing. Guess there'll be another minute added on for Dalot's broken windpipe there. But all in all, how do I feel about this? I mean, coming up to half time, it's just an extra 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes now. Dalot has to go off the pitch. But so what am I thinking now? I mean, if it stays the way it is until half time, where's he running off to? Doesn't have to go that far. He just go the opposite end, but it's going all the way here. But anyway, if it stays the way it is, you can say that it hasn't been the best of first halves. It's been kind of patchy. Defensively, we're playing all right. When the extra man in midfield, I don't know if that's confused things or not, but because in terms of forward play, although Rodri's got forward to great effect, down, especially inside right channel, and he's playing at some good balls and playing some good passes as well, but it just hasn't been fluid, and our attacking has not been as connected, or it just seems very disjointed. It's a good challenge there. This is Kane, and there's up for a throw. And the referee's not going to. I mean, that ball was knocked out of Doherty's hands there as well as like the throw. And as far as the referee hasn't spoken to Shaw about that because surely that's obstruction, but no, of course it's Old Trafford, so normal rules don't apply. That was a stupid pass there by Son, but then that was an equally stupid pass by Anthony, and then there's a stupid pass by Basuma. And here we go, some control, sort of. Here's Basuma. Oh, there we go. Out to Davies. There's Perisic, and that's poor control there by Højbjerg. But as I was saying at the time, I mean, we're just kind of keeping them at a nice little distance, and they have most of the shots, all their shot, well, most of the shots actually, except for one, has been from distance. Oh, that's good. Højbjerg out to Son. Here's Kane, and he should have passed it earlier, but he didn't. It looks like it's going to be the whistle's going to blow in a minute, and it is. It's half time here at Old Trafford now. And well, actually, screaming the odds there is half time, and you have to say that as an attack, we haven't worked De Gea at all, really. I mean, the only times he's actually picked the ball up is when the ball's been chested back by the defender from an attack of ours. They've had numerous opportunities. Anthony's had a couple nice little volleys. That was actually in the penalty area as well. So they had two opportunities in the penalty area. Rashford as well in the penalty area, which were both of them saved and tipped over by Lloris. And yeah, they've had Casemiro's had a shot from distance, another one as well that went wide and over. But yeah, I mean, it's just been kind of disjointed, really, our play, and you have to just kind of wonder. We're used to seeing this, though, aren't we? We're used to seeing this kind of play from Spurs. It's just kind of how we get going. So it is something that we just have to try and put up with until it comes to the second half, and we then work our way into the game as the opposition become a bit more tired. Because obviously we're one of the fittest teams in the league, so I guess that plays into our advantage. But anymore, I mean, it's just kind of good that our defense looks solid, and I have to make the opposition work for work their chances and try and break us down. Obviously, only on a couple of occasions have they broken us down, and then had Lloris at the back who's made some good saves. But everything else has been from distance, and you expect Lloris to snaffle those up. There's only just one opportunity where he just fumbled really badly, and it went out for a corner. That was very early on. That's what's going to kickstarted this whole snowball of chances. But we need to get hold of the ball a lot more. We need to pass crisper, and we need to control the ball better for us to have an opportunity of breaking Manchester United down, because we got into the penalty area, we have not worked them at all. And that's going to be the issue. But I don't foresee that continuing in the second half. I do see us actually getting our opportunities and doing quite well. But yeah, it's half time at Old Trafford, and so we're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and well, sorry, 5 minute break. But yeah, about 5-10 minutes break, and then which will be back for the second half. So it's half time here is Manchester United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Okay, welcome back. It's just a minute or two before the second half starts. Well, a couple of seconds actually before the second half starts again. And yeah, 0-0 as you can see. Been a interesting first half match. I probably would say that I had the better of it. And the stats probably will say that they had the better of it, but I think that may not have had the better of it. Pretty much, that's kind of how it's turned out. Manchester United kick off the second half now. Um, and they'll be attacking the goal to our right once they do kick off. Referee now blows whistle, and here we go. So the second half kicks off, and they're attacking the goal to our right, and to our left. Sorry, and Spurs will be attacking the goal to our right. So that is going to be how it looks, and yeah, it's hopefully we get hold of the ball a bit better than we did in the first half. We kind of didn't sit too deep. We sat back and just pretty much told, oh, that's given away really badly by Martinez straight to his son. He has the ball, is Basuma, and just kind of chilling it out a bit now. Almost given away by Højbjerg. Back to Basuma, Rodri, to Romero, and back to Dyer. So it was kind of okay. So we are into the 46th minute now. And this is the chance now for Manchester United. I'm not sure how that was turned around. But here is Sancho, and he lays it down to Fred. And that's just deflected right in. And my God, what a start to the second half that was. Don't believe that. Again, Lloris rooted to the spot. And that was a shot from distance. I mean, it wasn't even like a heavy shot either. It was just kind of, obviously, I was taking a deflection, but that was poor. Just got out muscled in the middle area there. There was Højbjerg, and deflected really badly there by Davies. Unfortunate. That's the P roller, and that should, the P roller would have gone straight to Lloris. Wasn't even a good shot, and then just Davies's intervention, and that's just kind of screwed everything. And then a message there from Angel K. Yep, interesting first half. Need to get hold of the ball better and force them back, and obviously that didn't really work out. But it is what a setback! What a start! Well, let's try and get into this game now. But it is literally okay. Here's a chance there. Højbjerg should hold the ball. There we go. And this is Perisic. It's a good ball in, and it's headed clear. Pass back, and this is Varane. Try and get it clear, which he sort of does, and then we just let him go. Okay, so within 45 seconds of the restart, and here's Rashford. That was just poor there by Perisic, really poor. And here's Rashford. That's a good save by Lloris. Oh my days! Good play by Doherty. And here's Rodri, and he's giving it away. And here's Rashford with a shot, and that's charged down. Offside, apparently. Well, so in the end, it was a very good save by Lloris. Was going one way and the ball's going the other, and he managed to get his left arm out to stop that. So within a couple of minutes, we could have been 2 down. Okay, here's Rodri trying to head the ball down. This is Kane, just wide, an actual shot in anger, and it's going up for a corner because I was deflected. Well, blimey, we just had a shot on target, and Yeah, no, it was clearly deflected off. Was it clearly deflected off him? Of Martinez? Not clear enough, not clear at all, but there's a corner. I'll take it. I don't see why they're complaining. I mean, they just literally cheated a couple of times, so I have no sympathy for them. Anyway, corner opportunity now for Spurs. Our first corner of the game. Hopefully, let's make it a good one. Manchester United have had 6 corners in that time. Perisic with the ball in. It's a good deep ball. Okay, headed out. This is to Son. Back to Perisic. Passing back to Son. It's a good ball. No, it wasn't a good ball in with his left foot. It's wide. How many times have we been in this position there where we just had a interesting first half and we just had to like just tweak a couple of things just to get back into it. But on this occasion, it was just a lucky shot. It was another P roller that Larry should have dealt with, should have been able to deal with. And this time, just had a deflection which took it away from Lloris. So it's not like he had the P roller where Lloris just kind of fumbled it and almost let that one in. But yeah, it's let's try and get back in it somehow now. There we go. Good play there by Rodri. This is Doherty. Good play. That's a disgusting challenge there by the number 18, who just completely flummoxed Højbjerg. And that's a yellow card there to Casemiro. Casemiro there. So I'm not quite sure he's complaining. I mean, he was. I know there was a bit of an anguish. Oh, yeah, it was just like it was a meat in the sandwich there, really, wasn't he? Højbjerg. Casemiro there with he's picking up the first. Is that the first booking of the game? I think it is. But no, not impressed at all. Not impressed at all. I mean, if you're going to count Manchester United as being part of the top 6, I reckon. Like, oh, okay, that's given away. There we go. This is Doherty now. Good play. Ball in by Rodri. Oh, that's a corner. There should be a corner. I guess it's a goal kick. So where I thought it wasn't a corner, it was given as a corner, and this one I think is a corner. It's not been given. But yeah, what was I saying before? I can't quite remember. But yeah, so it's about the top 6. Our record against the top 6 of the season is going to be pretty poor if we go down here. I mean, the game against Chelsea, people will say that you know we were completely and utterly destroyed by them. But I maintain what I maintain, and that's a stupid pass by Basuma. It was given away by them again. But yeah, I reckon. Yeah, that was a draw. That's a poor challenge there by Benange. And then we lost to Arsenal. Tackles are really going in now. Jeez, they are really getting ferocious with the tackles. This is what Manchester United and Spurs have been all about, back in the day. As well as the pretty sort of football, you also get the hard challenges. But yeah, in terms of challenging the other top 6, you don't want to be in a position where you're losing games against them, because it's all very well and good beating the other sides you're expected to beat, but then when you got a challenge against a side who are, I don't think Manchester will challenge for the title, but you know, in the more general way, is if you take it on the side that are challenging for the title, you need, you need to play well against them. Then you need to also beat them. Jesus Christ! There, he's giving the ball away, and here is Anthony on the ball, and that's just wide. That was poor. That was pathetic. What can you say? That was poor. That was just pathetic. It's lucky that the shot was wide. They've had 22 attempts of Manchester United, only 7 on target. I think only 4 of them were saved. Okay, here's Sancho. Good block. It's a good ball up to Kane, and he's lost it. Okay. All the other games have ended, of course, and all the scores are as you expect, as they were. Southampton beating Bournemouth in the big South Coast derby. Chelsea and Bournemouth, Brentford showing as well as at Griffin Park in the big West London derby. Liverpool beating West Ham. Talk to each other. They just set him free now. You didn't even touch him. What are you talking about? You should book Fernandez. You should book Rashford for diving. He didn't even go for the ball. Wasn't even trying to. There we go. Didn't even touch him. Yeah, there you go. He even came off Rashford. Final touch. Idiota. And the other score one there. Newcastle 1, Everton 0. There's 3 straight defeats now for Everton. Dyer charge down there by Rashford. There's Davies there, running straight down the left hand side there. Here's Højbjerg, Rodri. Inside to Kane, and Kane didn't quite trap it. Okay, here's Basuma. Wasn't the best second touch that he could have had. He just presented the ball straight to the Manchester United midfield, and that was back in their hands. Game against one of the bigger sides that I expect them to win, and again we put in a performance like this. Foul given to United. Foul by Rodri there on Luke Shaw. Okay, so a free kick opportunity now for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes whipping it out to this far side there for Dalot. It comes back to Fred. Here's Fernandes again. Wide for Anthony. Here's Fred with the cross. And that was a good cross, and that really should have been dealt with better by Rashford, but he headed it clear almost. Doherty got lucky there because that wasn't a good clearance, but there's a deflection there. But that was a good cross there by Fred. And it was just slightly behind Rashford, or Rashford went a bit too early. Either way, it didn't fall for any Manchester United player. Okay, out to this side here. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Good skill there by Perisic, but the control was kind of lacking. And here's Basuma now. His touch hasn't been at all good, Basuma. No, Bruno Fernandes is there lying on the ground saying that he's been poleaxed in the back of the head, but yeah, he's all right, just time wasting. So that was a very poor start, wasn't it? Coming up to it's 60 minutes gone, and I'm just kind of shell shocked. Really, I'm not quite sure what to say about that. It's and we haven't got the game changer in Richarlison on the bench either, and we haven't got Kulusevski. He's also out, so it's going to be interesting. There are only 3 other scores there. Said at the top of the half there for you, but oh man, if we are going to lose this one, then we need to seriously rethink a lot of things this season. I mean, I was all up for a title challenge, as you know, as many people know from literally the stuff I say on the group and from listening to me on the so thank you for everyone for tuning in as well, by the way. But if we're going to lose the second game and the second game against a side who are one of the traditional big sides in the league, and we're going to do it. I think we put up a bit more of a fight, a bit more of a containment game against Arsenal, but yeah, we just although we defended all right, just literally nothing about us in attack, and we can't even pass straight. That's another thing as well. The passing has been poor, man. And here's Anthony, good boy, and he's a good challenge, I should say. Here's Romero, getting lucky he got the foul there, but the referee says his shirt was being pulled. Okay. Wasted anyway. So this is what I said at the start, and even in the group, I said that we should have gone for a. Sorry, Basuma just that was a. I said at the start we should have gone for a 3-4-3. I know, like, yeah, obviously Richarlison is out, and Kulusevski is not quite fit yet, but could easily have started there with Lucas out on the out on the right, and then as after it caused enough trouble, and hopefully would have gone a goal up. That's the plan though, because I think that in terms of a 3, we would have actually been a way too much for their back 4. Would have been way too much. Would have pulled them in all sorts of directions. Would have taken the lead, and then later on in the game, the 60th, 70th minute mark, could have brought on Basuma to shore things up. Well, like I said, we have been dealing with their long range shots, and that's literally what they were literally posing us. We only broke into our area on a couple of occasions, and Lloris dealt with that. But that long range shot, which was another P roller, and it was a deflection that literally foxed us. See, all this little pretty stuff that they're doing on the edge of the box, I'm not worried about at all. And then Højbjerg is giving the ball away. And then another shot there, which is cannoned down by Dallo. As you can see, and as I've been saying, there's literally nothing to fear from Manchester United. Now I am just frustrated that we are a goal down. I mean, not to say that they don't deserve to be ahead. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. It's a case of that we were kind of keeping them at bay, kind of not letting them get into the penalty area. And when they have got into the penalty area, they've been dealt with. We just let them have the ball as much as they like outside the D, and they can shoot from there as much as they want. That should easily be dealt with. And then it just on a couple of occasions, one being the first shot that they had, which Lloris fumbled really badly, and then the second one was a shot that was deflected. Good header back there by Davies. Okay. Yeah, so clear foul there by Crisandro. And free kick to Spurs. 65 minutes gone. Hope the Spurs fans aren't being cowed by this. Well, what's going on in the second half? I hope they're still singing because yeah, I hope they're still singing. I can't quite hear them at the moment, and the referee's going to give that. These are sort of opportunities they don't want to be given away, man. Excuse me while I have a quick drink. And a long punt upfield has just literally released Rashford, and he's just played the ball out. Okay, good play there by Kane. Oh, that's a disgusting challenge there. That should be a booking. Should be a booking for Varane. Trod right on his foot there, man. Nothing doing, just a free kick. Okay, Dar currently has the ball. The Spurs fans are singing, "Come on, you Spurs." Here's Perisic. Breezes past Dalot. Gets a good cross in. And just headed clear there. But here we go. Well played by Rodri. Okay. Here's Davies. Out again to Perisic. Comes inside. Good cross in again. Come on, this is Kane! Oh! Our first real shot. First shot on target, man. And it was saved. But the referee's linesman given offside anyway. But they're playing on, which is weird. Didn't know you can do that. I mentioned I'd have the okay. That's good. Oh, it was a good challenge, but it didn't quite work, and there's 2 now. There's Bruno Fernandes there to make it 2, and that is just okay. Well, that's wiped out the goal difference that we accrued from the Everton game. It's just a few seconds ago. I just said that I didn't know you can play on if you're given offside, but it is what it is, I guess. We need a proper inquest, I think. I need a proper inquest because I know they have improved quite a bit from the. Okay, so that was offside. The linesman flagged offside. and you can still play on from that. Well, I guess you can because obviously it can be given, but I always assume that the once given offside or once the ref linesman flags, I don't know. I'm probably just clutching at straws here. I don't know. And my brain's just gone haywire. But yeah, we muffed it up anyway. Here's Perishit's. Lets the deep cross in and cleared away by De Gea. It's a corner. Starting to take the corner right at the end, the corner where the Spurs fans will be. Memory serves me well. Corner comes in and headed clear. I suppose technically, as referee didn't acknowledge the offside, that's a good through ball there by Basuma. There's Kane and nobody in the middle. Precious arrived very, very late. And then Højbjerg's controls lacking. So, well, that was going to be my plan B, really. That's we have to bring Basuma on later on in the second half. If we're doing very well in the first half, I'm playing a 3-4-3, but I've got nothing to fall back on, eh? Oh, 72 minutes gone in the game, and there's scoreline reads Manchester United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and the balance of play. Yeah, can't argue with that at all. Well, we are very good at giving the ball away. Here's Son. That was well, the ball's nowhere near, and he tackled the man there, but the referee says no, free kick. Bruno Fernandes now, and this is Anthony out here on the left. On our right. Fernandes again, inside ball to Jadon Sancho, swap positions. Who's now actually on the right. And there's a shot attempt, and that's snapped up by the keeper there. An attempt there by Bruno Fernandes there. Don't get me wrong, I'd still like to have been out at Old Trafford, but yeah. Look at that, man. Oh, no, he nutmegs Romero. Does Fred. So he's got all that space and he just gives the ball away really badly. Romero making a pig's ear of this and he's giving it away. That's to Rashford. Back to Rashford there by Bruno Fernandes, and here it's going to be 3. Oh, that's a good save there by Lloris. That was a good save there, and he's having a go at Romero there because Romero had a couple of opportunities to get rid of that ball and he just didn't. But Rashford there, good shot and another good save by Lloris. Sorry, man. The enthusiasm just left me there. Bruno Fernandes with a corner, and that's headed over by Dalot. And he just openly swears on the camera there. Most of the fans there wouldn't know what that means, but put down just it's not a very nice word to shout when especially when the camera's on your face. Spurs are falling apart again. Were they singing? Interesting. But Neil's me at the start saying that we will create chances. We will create chances. It's also a case of whether we can take our chances. And we've only really created, you could say, two. One was deflected wide for a corner from a shot from Kane, and the second one was another Kane shot, which should have been called offside, but the referee played on, and then that's how they got their second goal. McTominay just come on there for Anthony, so he's done his job there. McTominay will shore up their midfield because now they don't need to be as open because they've got the two goals. They can protect it. We've just completely and utterly wasted the opportunity there. And here they are just playing it around now. Luke Shaw getting it off Sancho. Back to Fridge. Here on the right end is Casemiro. Back to Fridge, who's on the left wing position. Shaw again. Back to Fridge. Back to Shaw. Casemiro. And out for a throw. What can I say, man? What can I say? I'm just kind of crestfallen, man. Just kind of crestfallen. There's no way they're better than us, Manchester United, as a team. But look at that. We're making a lot of prime Brazil here, man. See, they even when their mistakes are coming off, man. They're trying to be too damn cocky. And they almost gave the ball away, but we didn't even challenge for it properly, man. We even challenged for it properly. "28 attempts for Manchester United, 10 on target." That is embarrassing. We've had 8 attempts though, only 2 on target. And it's Perisic there on our left-hand side. Okay, Kane heads it down to Son, who's fucking shoot! And he can't even pass. It looks like Oliver Skip's coming on. Hasn't been Basuma's best game, I don't think. I mean, his touch has been kind of lacking at times, but his first touch has been lacking. His passing hasn't been there either. I think Romero wanted Dyer to help close down. Oh, bloody hell! That almost went through there to still might to McTominay. Let's gone straight to Lloris. They had a man over there and almost punished us for a third time. Okay, so we've got 4 coming on. Looks like Sanchez, Sessegnon, Skip, and we couldn't see the 4th player at the back there. But yeah, it looks like it's we're going to make some mad substitutions now. We're going to go mad now in the last 10 minutes of the game. Okay, Davis with a dink ball. What? What's the point, man? What's the point? So there's 10 minutes to go. And here we go. Fernandez is wide open. He sits Lloris down, and he makes it 3. And he's offside. That was we got lucky there, man. We caught life, fam. I'm telling you. Yeah, he's offside. It's not even the case that we had to go for it. I mean, so Lucas comes on. Sessignon will come on. Sanchez will come on. Basuma comes off. The replacement Skip, I think. No, Lucas Moura. Basically, and Dyer's coming off to replace by Sanchez, I think. So let's see what they can do in the last flipping. So it looks like it's going to be like a 3-4-3 sort of. You're going to have, well, a 4-3-3, I should say, because you're going to have 3 forwards. Here's Lucas now. That's a good ball. Unlucky there. Right, there we go. That's a good challenge there. Okay. Don't. There we go. Okay, so here's Perisic out to the right here, and this is Sessegnon battling with Lucas, with Luke Shaw. But yeah, that's a good challenge by Sanchez. Got the ball. Get off the goddamn floor there, Rashford. You're not hurt. Okay, try and work out their formation here because it looks like Perisic is going to be playing on the left there. Sessegnon will be playing on the right. Doherty, I'm guessing. Yeah, so it's kind of confusing. Here's Davies to Rodri, and this is Perisic. Back to Davies, and he gets it back there to Romero. Sanchez. Looks like there's still going to be 3 at the back. Trying to work out where Lucas and Sessegnon kind of fit in. Lucas, oh, that's poor, man. That's poor by Perisic. So it looks like it's a 3-4-3 of sorts. Good about that, Rodri. Okay, now Skip didn't come on. That's why I'm confused. So yeah, Skip didn't come on. So yeah, it's just so it's going to be a 3-4-3. Okay, it's good to see that Lloris is just taking his time there. He's got 5 minutes to go. I mean, well, that's a good ball up to Lucas, though. Good strength. As a foul. A foul, there's a Spurs. Oh, I'm getting excited for. I mean, what are we going to do? There's 5 minutes to go and some change, and looks like Manchester United are going to make a change themselves. And Eriksen's coming on. That was poor there by poor pass by Kane. And Lucas got a bit of a buffeting to the back of the head, but hopefully he's all right. Oh, took a whack by Varane, but I don't think there's any malice involved in that. Not the best of control there by Sessegnon. Headed back there by Sanchez is Rodri. Out to Romero. He has to pass back because he just turned himself around though. Probably our best spell of possession at the moment, and has come when we're 2-0 down and not much is going on. Here's Sessegnon. This is Kane. Cuts inside. Back to Højbjerg, who goes back outside to Rodri. Crosses it in. It's a good ball, and trying to get fine parishes to the far post, but couldn't. Højbjerg. Some might give it, others won't. He's going to give that though, obviously. Casemiro there, just throwing himself to the floor. Anthony Elonga's coming on, and so is Christian Eriksen for Manchester United. Sancho's coming off. And Casemiro looks like he's coming off for Manchester United. On comes Eriksen. And you can bet that there'll be some Spurs fans there who will be clapping Eriksen on as well. And there he is. Okay, so free kick chance now to Manchester United. There's only just over 2 minutes left to go in the game. Making our last two substitutions coming on. Spence coming on, and so is now Skip's going to come on. There's Eriksen on the ball. Is Fernandes. Okay, and this is Dalot. Back to Eriksen, who places it out to Shaw. He doesn't take the opportunity to shoot that the crowd are asking for. That was just too easy there. Alonga just found Fredge and lost the space. And cleared by Sessegnon. Here come the players now. Spence and Skip to come on. Just got over a minute left. Rodri's coming off. And Perisic is coming off. So imagine that Sessegnon will move out to the left-hand side. Spence will occupy his right-hand side. Good initial tackle there by Spence. Again, another initial block there by Spence. But that was poor by Lucas. A dink ball over the top, and somehow Alanga has managed to get through, but his control is awful. But that was a dink ball, and here comes Ronaldo. He's walking down the tunnel. He's pissed off, Ronaldo, because he's not getting a chance to play. Oh, what a petulant baby Ronaldo is. Petulant, petulant, petulant. So obviously there's some issues there between Ten Hag and Ronaldo then, for him to publicly diss him like that. But that's by the by. I didn't really give a shit right now. At the moment, it's I'm just worried about the fact that it's a game against another top six side, and it's we're going to be 0 for 3. It's going to be 4 minutes of added on time now. So yeah. What's there for me to say right now? What's there for me to say? How am I going to sum this one up? I mean, Bruno Fernandes has been given man of the match, and you have to say, yeah, he has played very well. But this is one hell of a setback for us. As we're a long way off, and now I'm seeing it here because this Manchester United side are not that good. And we've been made to look very, very ordinary tonight. Okay, well, here's Sonny. Back to Sonny. Is he going to get on there? He is. Okay, back to Sonny again. This is Højbjerg. Out to Spence. Let's see what he can do on his right hand side here. Pass one. Into the penalty area. Tried to cross it in, but he was charged down and that's been cleared now. We actually got them worrying, and this is a good challenge there. That's who we are, throw. Okay, good play. Well done there, Lucas. And this is Skip. Davis came forward there. Sessegnon. Nowhere in to pass to, so here we go. Back out again. This is Davinson Sanchez. Spence. Back to Sanchez. Spence should make the run. Here we go. Good play. Good play, Kane, and he's run into trouble again. And Ericsson there does a flick and he sets. That should be offside. Oh, sorry. Just over a minute to go. How do I sum this up? I mean, the first half looked scary enough to many people looking outside, but at the time I just kind of thought, I don't know why I have to keep. I don't know why I keep thinking this. I don't know why I keep thinking this. It's because it's clearly not what's going on. Because yeah, it looks like we rely on our defense way too much. I mean, there's literally no cohesive passing. That passing was breaking down. Couldn't not even holding up the ball very well. Not even doing a lot of the basics right. The defense did very well in terms of limiting. But here's Lucas, and he's played it straight into Shaw's face. Okay, here's Spence. So, but yeah, I mean, we did relying on the defensive aspect of our play, and that's a good ball. That's a Kane, and Kane does what Kane does in those situations, gives the ball away. So for a corner, but we just relied too much on the defense, way too much on the defense, and the defense played very well. I mean, they limited Manchester United to shots on target, to shots on outside the penalty area, and that's pretty much what you want to see. If they're taking shots from the penalty area, then that's half your job done. And then the full time whistle goes, and that was the first half. It just kind of played out that way, but we had no cohesion going forward. We had no sense of. I mean, Basuma, I kind of like lost what his role was really. I mean, yeah, I guess his role was also to sit back and allow Rodri to get forward, which he did on occasions. Rodri got forward quite well on occasions, but that final ball was lacking. And then but then the touch wasn't there from Basuma. The passing there wasn't there from Basuma. I'm not gonna lay the blame on Basuma because when people call out for a player to come in and start and it doesn't go well, then they literally all over that player, not in a good way. But I did say at the start that we should have started off with 4-3, with 3-4-3. We could have affected a lot more damage on their back line because they are there for the taking. They're not that comfortable in defence, and they had an easy ride today. They really had an easy ride today, and that's what I mean. If you're on a group, you would have seen. That was my thinking behind playing the 3-4-3, and then when things go well, and hopefully a goal or two up, then we change it to a 3-5-2, bring Basuma in, so then it would be able to dictate possession a bit more, dictate the passing a bit more, try to keep them at arm's length. We made it way too easy for them because they didn't have to worry about our forward line. They didn't have to because they just had two players up front to play against. This is why I don't like the 3-5-2 in that aspect. Against certain teams, it works well, but people have been asking for that, and this is and that's the kind of performance that we put out. We should have stuck with a 3-4-3. We should have done, and then changed it accordingly. I mean, people will say that Richarlison's not there, Kulusevski's not there. We've got Lucas Moura. I mean, yeah, he's been just come back from injury, but play him on the forward line. Missed an opportunity over it. Manchester United are not that good, and we made them look good. I'm just deflated, man. I'm just deflated. I'm not quite sure what to say at this point. I mean, but we done, but we did it. We did it to ourselves. We really did, and it's just a missed opportunity. So against the top six, we're 0 for 3, although one of them was a draw. And it was just poor, man. I don't really want to have to hear what's going on with them. I just don't want to hear it. But yeah, we've blown it. We've blown it. We had an opportunity to close the gap to 1 point at the top, and now we've blown it. It's early, but I guess title is gone. Title is gone. Was probably never really with us. But I want to aim for bigger things than to just start partying over fourth place. But maybe we have the opportunity to win a couple too. Maybe that's the only thing we can go for, a trophy. That's what we should do. That's what we should go for. But yeah, the league is gone, man. I can't. It's just between Arsenal and Manchester City, and I mean, personally, what would I prefer, to see Arsenal win it or to see Moneybags Manchester City win it? I don't want to see either win it, but but it is what it is. That's what it's going to be. I mean, they're all both streets ahead of Liverpool as things stand, and we just completely blown it tonight. But no, not much to say. But anyway, thank you for watching. For those who did watch and those who did contribute with comments, thank you. It was good to interact. We have done it. We have blown it. We stay third, just about. Manchester City and Arsenal would love this scoreline, but it is what it is. We are done out here, man. It's finished at Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Apart from Kane's 2 shots, and well, I think Kane's 3 shots, I should say. We didn't really do much to test them. They had 28, I think nearly 30 shots on target. No, 30 shots, and they're on about 12, 13 on target. That is, against this Manchester United side, that is just poor. I think we had that 10 ourselves, and only had about 2 or 3 on target. Well, looking forward to this weekend, I know. Anyway, we out, man. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs. For what it's worth, you'll take care. See you again soon. See you this weekend. We'll have the 2 matches this weekend. The women's game Spurs versus Manchester City. That's going to be on the Saturday 11:30 kickoff. We'll have the vlog out there for you, and yeah. Thanks, Angel. Trying to keep my spirits up, I'm sure, but we'll have the vlog for the Manchester City game, women's game out there for you, and we'll try and get that out there on the Saturday. And then on Sunday, we take on Newcastle United in the men's game. I think it is Newcastle, isn't it? I want to say Newcastle. My brain's just scrambled. I'm not quite sure what I'm thinking. But yeah, it's Newcastle 4:30 kickoff. We'll have the vlog out there for that one as well. So we'll try and get those out for you. Me, I just want to forget about today and just try and concentrate on the weekend on the weekend coming up. For what it's worth, blown out now. Second defeat of the campaign. League title chases over. Just have to concentrate on the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the Carabao Cup whenever that will start. The rest of it, we're done, man. But thank you again for watching. Come on, you Spurs. You all take care. See you again soon.